back with TSPN. Tom, what's going on this morning?
It's been a swell morning so far. Actually, we didn't have much of trouble. It seemed like our internet was down, but really we just had a loose connection in a computer. You know, the Cat5 cable was loose, and it
Whether
made
it's a car
everyone
problem
think like
or a
it's that.
computer, they always say to check the simple things first.
That's right, and we did.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, yeah, we got a lot of activity this week with the presidential campaign. We had Jeb Bush come out, and I
Yeah.
saw him last night on the Tonight Show with what's his name?
Okay.
The new guest for the Tonight Show. What's his name?
Fallon?
Jeb.
We don't know.
You don't know?
We have to wake up
Nobody
too
knows?
early, so we go to sleep.
Nobody wants. He used to be on Saturday Night Live, but he's very talented. I'm
Okay.
drawing a mind blank on him now. But anyway,
I think it's
it
Fallon.
was funny because he was standing in front and Jeb Bush was in the back, and he did an announcement. Then Jeb Bush said it for all of my Spanish-speaking friends, and he got a lot of applause out of it. So I don't know. I didn't think Jeb Bush was going to be received very well, but it's all the way that they manage his campaign. And to tell you the truth, I kind of like George Bush, but I think Jeb might be a notch smarter than George. So just people
You
can
think
get
so?
lucky. People get
I have
lucky
to tell you this. I don't think any family, you know, we've got 360 million Americans, and if we need to have three people, you know, two sons and a father as a president, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Another thing, though, too, it's like you said with managed, you know, Jeb Bush, I think, is pretty managed. I actually liked hearing Donald Trump come out. Not that I'm supporting Donald Trump, but I like the honesty, the straightforwardness, the loose cannon, if you would. But I think Americans are ready to say, you know, give us a straight story, talk to us. I mean, why are we talking in Spanish in a way if you're a conservative? Our message should be to everyone the same thing, right?
Well, but he's not trying to appeal just to conservatives, but to the other side too, the non-conservatives, which are those people in the Democratic Party, and there's a lot of Hispanic people over there.
His brother only got 40% of the Spanish vote, and we have Spanish people too. I guess what I'm just saying is, I don't think the conservatives play a party and talk to race and compartmentalize people like that. Our thing is free trade. You know.
Tom, you ignorant mutt. No, I'm just using my Dan Aykroyd from Saturday Night Live.
Well, that sounds
people
good.
might know what he said on there. Jane, you know.
Yeah, I know.
When he was debating with Jane Curtin about politics. So, what I like about Donald Trump is his openness. What I don't like about Donald Trump is his openness, because he's going to get himself in trouble because he says too much. And then, the good thing is he's not afraid to say to people, "You're fired."
I think what we're seeing, though, is like the conservatives. Jeb Bush isn't going for his base. He's not going for the conservative base. He's a GOP-er. I guess that's better than calling people rhinos nowadays.
Well, that's why
but it's
President
GOP-E.
Obama won the last
We've
campaign.
got Boehner in that. Obama won that because a lot of people weren't excited from Romney the way I
3
kind of
million
understand
people
it.
did not vote last time.
That's right. And a lot of
Because
people
they
didn't
were
come
the-
out and vote for Obama either, so it was a low turnout
Yeah,
all
I
around.
would call them the conservative to ultra-conservative base, and they did not vote. I know because I've talked to some of them and said, "Why didn't you vote for Mitt Romney?" And they said,
He's
"No,
the same
just
as
not
he's going to be
conservative
like he's going to be like Obama but light. He also Romney couldn't run on Obamacare because he invented it.
Well, he invented
So,
a
no,
portion of
he-
it. That's
I'm just
Yeah.
saying it made it very hard. So people had to pull away. So we have so look what we have. We have like the last election cycle. We meaning conservatives. Everybody knows I'm a conservative. We put. You know, we gave more to the House and the
Got a long ways
Senate.
to go.
Then we've got Boehner and Mitch McConnell helping the president give everything rather than stopping him.
you got Scott Walker. There's probably going to come in the race. You got the
Scott Walker's doing a
governor
good
of
job.
Texas, Rick Perry, is not going to go anywhere. You have a lot of candidates out there. Who is going to emerge? You almost need a Bill Clinton type candidate that came out of nowhere. Somebody that used to have El Camino with AstroTurf in the back.
Well, you know, Ben Carson last Friday was the top candidate.
He's not going anywhere.
He was the top candidate in the poll. I'm just saying, and it's kind of early.
Very intelligent man. I agree with you. He's a
But I
man
think
of
it's
color.
showing that I think we're fed up with politicians or politicians that want to play. This seems to be right for the party, but don't care about America.
The problem is Jeb Bush has more money than Hillary raised right now. That's why he waited to come in the race.
I don't think
so
he has
long.
more than Trump. So if it's money,
Yeah. Trump won't be alone. Trump will last about three sessions and then he'll be gone. He just wants to be a player. He wants to, and he came in. He's got the free money from the government to run, so he doesn't have to spend much of his own. But he'll last about 3 rounds of being what I heard yesterday. They expect him to be anywhere from
it's really
the 4th
amazing
to
because
the
I've heard
7th.
people come on some of the radio shows that say that people know Donald Trump. A lot of people think they know him like that, but he's almost Reagan ran as an outsider. No, the GOP didn't like him. The Bush family fought Reagan's nomination. Karl Rove fought his nomination and everything.
Trump ran
so
last
Trump
time.
ran, is
ran
running
last
like
time.
as a.
It'll be the same campaign.
No,
as
he
last
never
time.
got in.
He came in last time and looked at the race and determined that he wasn't going to go
That'll be
anywhere.
great. I guess what I'm kind of saying is really strange that we can even have a debate, but that just goes to show you. But Trump will add some honesty, and people are going to have to answer, I think, they're just going to ignore him.
He'll add some excitement to the race.
I also like Carly Farina. Let's move on a little bit.
For about the couple of months
now,
that
when
he's around, he'll add some excitement.
When Carly ran here, for I believe it was Bobby Boxer's seat.
You debate better than Joe Biden because you never stop talking. So you don't allow me to have my input. So,
am I filibustering?
I think so. But you do a better job than Joe Biden in the last session that he did, debating with the vice presidential candidate.
Yeah, and he cleaned his clock. Joe Biden cleaned
That's right,
Ryan's
because he
clock.
never stopped talking.
Oh, okay. Well, force your way in there.
I'm just looking for the inhales.
We're just looking for that. What else are we? I think it's exciting for that. I think Cruz is exciting. But look, this fair trade deal has made people wonder, well, why is Cruz voting for that? And that's really interesting because it's not explained well enough. The idea of it being secret, I think we're fairly fed up with having all these bills and nobody knows what's in them and they're really huge and we just pass them. So I think the American public are getting pretty tired of this.
Some of them, they look at free trade and they got different ideas, but they also look at one of the candidates in the race right now said that first he said he agreed with Iran's right to have a nuclear bomb. Now he's backing way off that now that he's running for president. So I think some of these candidates are a little scary.
Which guy's that?
Who ran last time? It's the father-son. Father ran last time and the son's running.
Oh, Rand Paul?
Yeah, Ron Paul and Rand Paul. So Rand Paul initially wanted to give Iran the ability to have nukes.
I almost think Rand is out of the race right now.
I think he's a little scary. He's a little young and unseasoned, and there's quite a few candidates that I think are a little scary. So I think we need to watch out.
So who do you think's got the best campaign going so far?
I know who's got the most money, and that's usually what it comes down to. Unfortunately,
Then America. Then I'm afraid because I think America will be over. I don't think we can take another. See, that's kind of the argument for the conservatives. If we get a GOP ear, what are we going to get?
Okay.
Who's going to turn anything back to get it back? Our spending is through the roof. We've got, $200 trillion debt.
What can you take more, Hillary or Jeb Bush?
Well, see, you're going to have everybody stay home again.
Well, that's why I think a lot of the conservatives, the ultra-conservatives, the Tea Party people
I think they think it's got to get so bad that people like yourself will have to wake up.
Okay.
And see that this isn't the way to do it. America is at a precipice.
I think Tom, you're wrong because I think the
You don't think we're at a
ultra-conservatives
precipice?
and those people in the ultra-conservative Tea Party ranks need to wake up and figure out that reality is reality.
The Tea Party gave them the Senate and gave them the House, all the people, and then after it's all over, they say, but you know what?
They're
You
not
don't know
giving
what
them
you're
the
doing.
presidency.
You don't know what you're doing.
They're not giving them the presidency.
Well, how do they know we won't?
Because they're sitting on their hands and staying at home on
I
election
think
night.
people are ready for a real conservative.
I think the people are ready for revolution.
But it
more than
comes
anything.
down to money.
I think the people are ready for revolution more than anything.
Well, that's, our voting is kind of the way we have a revolution in America.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather do that. Other than, I think, Article 5 convention would be a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah,
Convention of the States?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think that
I
that
don't
would
think
be
it'll
good.
happen, but
I think we only need 2 more states, but we'll see. Texas sold it down in the Senate. One guy held it up, and the same, I believe, happened in another, in Arizona of all states.
I think you're more likely to have the Keystone Pipeline first. So,
Okay, but we get that. You know, a lot of states are on board with that, just like for the balanced budget, to get a balanced budget amendment, but there's other things that go in there as well.
the Canadian pipeline that's been stalled all these years now, the main person opposing that is Warren Buffett, because Warren Buffett is going to lose.
Warren Buffett's got the most money, so we'll get what he wants to do.
He's going to lose so much money if that pipeline goes in, because they're going to be competing against his companies. That's why he doesn't want that. But the funny thing is, he goes out and he recruits the Indian tribes, and he recruits this group and that group, so Warren Buffett stays in the back, and it doesn't look like
And our politicians are looking out for what's best for America.
Well, I rode back on an airplane from Washington the other day, and Ami Bera was sitting right in front of me, and it was a congressional flight, apparently. There were about 7 legislators on the flight.
One minute, Richard.
But Ami Bera, he's in a tight pickle right now, because he voted with the president on the new trade deal. And the president really wants that, but all the unions don't want it. So the unions are actually running advertisements against Ami Bera now in Sacramento.
And you know why Nancy Pelosi voted for it? Or rather voted against it?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to lose her job by going against all of the rank and file
unions.
Democrats.
So, Ami Bera, I give him credit. He voted his mind. I don't think he voted his mind, though. I think he met with the president, and the president convinced him, you need to vote with me, buddy.
There you go. We've got to go. It was fun, Richard.
Yeah.
I mean, see, I guess a conservative against a GOP ear.
No, I'm a conservative. You're what I would call a radical something. We got to go.
We got to go. Bye.
Amador Live. Only on cable, only on TSPN and the World Wide Web at tspntv.com.